everybody. Welcome to Astrology and Psychic Readings with Lady D. So I'm your host for the next half an hour, Lady D. I hope you've all had a wonderful week. So this week with the planets, we do have, it is a very eventful week that I feel it's going to be. We do have Mercury, which is going to meet up with Pluto on the 11th. And then we've got Venus meeting up with Neptune on the 15th. And on the 12th, we have Mercury then going into Aquarius. So we do have some big things coming up. With this Mercury that's going to be meeting up with Pluto, I feel so this will be in Capricorn, and it's coming up to those last degrees. And also we have Pluto moving another degree in Capricorn, which we haven't seen in our lives where, Pluto is going. So this is all going to be bringing up over the next few months. It's going to be really intense and bringing up little things to do with our financial systems, the governance, the law and order of things as well. So what this will bring up is we've got thinking about security issues, might be thinking about, whether it be scams or, just feeling like you want to be safe, whether in your environment or could be to do with business or just where things are. I feel like it's going to bring up issues of security. This could be to do with the world. So there could be risk of technology risks that's coming in. With this too, we had that in America, how you guys had that big balloon thing that was going over, and that was happening just as these planets were getting closer together, and finally this weekend they actually meet up. So you may even see some things coming out of that. It's going to be, I feel like it's going to be interesting times ahead, especially over these next few days and this week. Also, I feel like it's going to be, I'll be communicating things in a serious manner. So there might be some serious things coming up and topics that coming up here. Because Capricorn, it can be, especially a young Capricorn in their younger ages, they can be quite serious. And then as they get older, they do lighten up. And even if you're a Capricorn moon, I have a Capricorn moon myself. And I do know that when I was younger, I was a very shy child. And it was serious, yes, but I was just very shy. And I guess as I've gotten older, I've learned sort of how to come out of my shell a bit more. So this, I do feel like there's going to be some serious conversations because Mercury is about how we think and it's about how we communicate. So go here, ensuring that everything is double checked. So make sure you check everything. And I feel like there's going to be some shocks revealed in the world. I just feel like there's going to be some shocking things being revealed. I've got here. What is so you'll know what's untrue. So when something comes out and it's we don't know whether or not to believe it or not. This week it's like there's no hiding. So someone's doing the wrong thing or they're not being truthful. This is where we can see those stand out to us. So it's really this intuition, maybe the highest peak where we can actually see if someone's really telling lies or saying things that aren't true. It's really going to stand out to you. There could be something going on with the banks and financial situations around the world, especially with the Venus meeting up with Neptune around the same time or within this same week as the Mercury with Pluto. Because as Pluto went into Capricorn, it's when we had 2008 and we had the big global financial crisis. And then so with that, as it's coming out, we may see something else big happening and some shocks happening because Pluto is at last degrees, coming at those last degrees there, and it will going into Aquarius next month. So I do feel like we're going to see some shocks or some things that are going to be coming up, setting the tone and the themes for the next 20 odd years that this transit is going to be in Aquarius. So it's going to be some interesting things coming out. I got here, so undoing any of restrictions. So I feel like this is also going to be a time where restrictions, those rules and restrictions may be let go, and anything that's restricting you around the world. I feel like there might be a sense of freedom and liberty, but it's also things are, and it's a transaction. This will be I feel like it's going to be a transactional thing because when we're dealing with Capricorn, we are dealing with business and rules and structures, but I feel like also it's about business. So even though these things, you might have this sense of freedom and liberties and being able to move forward, but at a sense of, what costs as well. It's going to come up with this. Also, with the Venus meeting up with Neptune, and I class with Pluto, I do see it as the phoenix, and I do see it as there's an ending with Pluto because it is ruled by the eighth house. But I always see when I see Pluto in someone's chart, especially when it hits a planet, depending what the planet it's hitting with the energies, I do see that there is some sort of like ending or transformation that's going to take place. But the transformation can only take place with the ending that's going to be there. And then with the energy of Neptune, people do read it as delusion and as this sort of fogginess. I do see it as a fog, but I also see it as a dissolving. I see that the planet, it does dissolve things. So with it hitting Venus, with Venus ruling our relationships and money as well, there could be something, there's could be a lot of endings this week. We might see a transformative ending or just things sort of, revealing itself. But I do feel like we are looking at endings, and this could be with relationships and a lot of our financial and banking institutions and things, around the world where things are happening. I feel like also we've got here anything like in relationships that's not balanced or unrealistic or unstable. I see that there may be an endings with those relationships or anything to do with like money, some things that are feeling unstable, that are not feeling safe, that are not feeling like they're secure, and that, someone that hasn't got your back. These are where things are going to be brought up with this. So, and especially this is the 15th, so it's day after Valentine's Day. So this could be an interesting Valentine's Day that's be coming up. I've got here, if you're doing something wrong this week, I feel like, and even to like relationships, if you're someone who, does likes to be free and does different things and does whatever they want, and if it is something that, is not the right thing, and even with financial things, you might be caught out. This might not be a good time or good week. This is a week where you got to play by the rules. You got to make sure everything's done correctly. Make sure they will look at contracts, make sure things are signed properly. So here you might feel that in relationships also could be a sense of like paranoia a little bit too. Again, I feel like trust your instincts as well. So we've got here, they also got people will want everything. Yeah, so this might be a week too where people are just wanting. All I could hear when I was like tuning into this week is people saying, I want. So there could be people being a bit selfish, and people might wants, but it's like, at what cost are you going to want everything? Sometimes we need to wait and be patient and wait till the right timing is correct. Explore new opportunities that are coming in for this week. I got here, go for what you want, and go for what you want, but without you. I feel like this is going to be a time where there's no cutting corners. You have to actually put the work in. So if you're wanting to, buy a car or do the home, but you have to maybe save up first. Like there's no cutting corners this week to get what you want. Okay, we've got here people that lay the groundwork and foundations are going to get more results. Okay, and we're looking for the best outcomes. When we have situations that are going to come up this week, we're looking for the best situation for ourselves, and that's where our intuition is going to come in, and where what's going to feel right is probably what's going to work out best for you. So I said, no shortcuts. There could be some shocking confessions coming up here this week, as I was talking about before. And I feel like if you're a worrier, if you're a person that really worries and over worries about things, I feel like be patient, and I do feel like things will work out. Just be patient. Just try not to let your nerves and get the better of you. Let's go to the callers. So we got here, which is Rachel, who's in Delaware in USA.
Yeah, Delaware.
So, hi, how are you? How can I help you today?
I lost my fiance suddenly, like a month ago, and I'm having a hard time with it.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry about that. Sorry about your loss. Okay. Let me just see what I can get for you. I do have a man here. And before I actually came on here, I had a man with me, and he's not changing. So when I see loved ones come through, sometimes I see them as characters or certain celebrities. And this man's not
Mhm.
changing. So I feel like he may be for you. He seems to think he's telling me that it's for you. Okay, so who I'm seeing like the Fonz from Happy Days. So was your fiance, was he someone who maybe thought that he was very cool, very charming, maybe a little bit of rebel?
A little bit, yeah.
No. Okay. Did he like watching Happy Days at all, or does Henry, or does the like Fonzie for Happy Days, does that connect anything to do with your partner?
Not no. I wouldn't say no.
Okay,
No.
let's see where we're going to go here. Could be someone else. So it might not be your partner. It might be someone else. Um, okay. Come in, please. Speak to me. Um, okay. He might just be someone from your family. He might even be someone from your dad's side of the family, or it even could be like a father figure that could be coming in with this person. So I know we're trying to get to your loved one that's passed over, your fiance, but sometimes we get
Maybe
someone else
my
coming through.
grandfather.
Okay. Does it sound like your grandfather? Because I did get like that,
Yeah.
and I do feel like it's on your dad's side. Okay. Um, he's just saying don't not to worry as well. This man also he would have a soft spot. So I feel like even though he may on the outside like be bit cool or have this way about him, I feel like he had a soft spot too. There was a kindness for him, with him, that he
Okay.
had.
Yeah.
And he's just saying don't worry. Are you like the one of the youngest ones, or are you like, yeah, are you like the youngest granddaughter, or are you going towards the in that line?
No, I was the oldest.
You're the oldest. Would he call you baby by any chance?
No, my fiance used to call me baby.
Oh, okay. Because I keep on hearing "Don't worry, baby." So I'm like, "Don't worry, baby." So I'm like, okay. So I'm thinking that maybe it's a nickname. So that's what I'm hearing. He's telling me that even though life at the moment feels really, really low and dull, he's saying that the color will come back. He's saying that there's a lot of forgiveness that's happening around you, and he's saying that people are gathering around you. He's saying people, they may not know how to say or approach things with you. I do feel like they are worried and are not sure how to say things, but he's saying they come from their heart, but he's saying that the brightness will come back. He's telling me like next year is when things are going to come back on track. And he's like, things are going to feel like they're a bit slow, but he's like, you're very good at, sticking to what you know and keeping on track. But he's saying that things are going to get better for you, um, get better for you next year. Okay, so just got another man that's here with me as well. So I'm going to bring him in. So this man's I feel like this man is very clean cut. I feel like that there is a younger vibe with him. He's younger than the other men that I did have with me. And he does
Okay.
have, he's got roses in his hands. So I am hoping this is your fiance because he has got roses. And
Okay.
he's calling you, would he call you darling by any chance?
Mm, I don't think I ever heard him say that.
Okay, that's right. It's okay. I was hoping, yes,
It was usually
because he's
babe or
saying,
baby.
babe, baby. Okay. Well, I am hearing the word he's saying darling, but he was laughing. He's cheeky. There's a cheeky vibe with this man.
No,
Also,
yeah,
I
he's
feel like,
very sarcastic.
yeah. And I also feel like, did he have like dimples in his cheeks? Dimples by any chance?
Yes, yes.
Because he's showing me his cheeks and there's a dimple, like there's a dimple there and he's pointing to his cheeks. And he's like, yeah, he's saying gotcha, but he is saying he just wants to give you flowers for Valentine's Day, and he is giving you some roses for Valentine's Day. He doesn't want to miss the opportunity or miss the chance to give you the flowers, even if it's in spirit. But who knows? You never know. You might end up getting flowers on Valentine's Day. Um, but he is giving it to you now. And even he's telling me about how things have been looking a bit dull for you. But he's saying, brighter days, they are going to come. They are going to come for you. And he's I do feel like that he's passing. It hasn't been very neat, because he's shown me a mess with his passing. There's a mess that there's things that he's left behind, that things that you're having to deal with this, and he's apologizing for that. And I feel like, I don't feel like it's you, but I feel like, is there another female that's uh, bickering, or that's maybe giving you a hard time, or has a bit of an
His
attitude?
mother.
Okay,
His
because he's
mother.
saying like, okay, he is apologizing for that, and he's saying like, he's like, I'm really really sorry. Like, she does things her own way, and even though she's can be cruel or making things hard for you, he's saying, you just gotta learn to ignore her, and you just keep going and live your life. Like, she won't go away, but he's saying like, she's like, of course she's in the grieving process, but he's saying like, when it's time, I do feel like June, you're going to stand up, or you're going to say some words to her in June. I do feel. And he's like,
Okay.
is she making you feel really unhappy?
Yeah,
Because he's telling
there's a
me she's
thing for
not.
her tomorrow, and they asked me not to come.
Yeah, because he's telling me that she's making you feel really unhappy. He's using the word miserable, but I was saying unhappy. But you got to do what you got to do, and even he's saying you got to do what you got to do, and the light. He's saying the light will shine again upon you, and he's just saying, don't yeah, just live life to the fullest is what he's saying. But this man keeps on showering you with flowers, with bright flowers. He just wants to brighten up your life. But there any questions?
No, I just wanted to see if he would come through. And actually, I'm
Oh,
having a really
okay.
hard time with it.
Oh, I hope everything works out for you. But I do feel like that next year there's something exciting happening for you next year. I see next year, and you're happy, and you're very like you're giggling again, and I just feel like there's an excitement about. I actually feel like in February next year, where things have turned around for you, like you've turned a corner, and things are starting to look a bit brighter. Um, I kind of feel like you maybe move away from the in-laws. I feel like you're going to concentrate on yourself, but you're always going to have his memory with you. He'll always be in your heart, I do feel. So I hope
Okay.
I've helped you today, and thank you for calling in.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. So we do have the next caller. So this is Vinny in Devonport, Tasmania, Australia. Hi, Vinny. How are you?
Yes. Good. How are you?
I'm good. How can I help you today?
I would love to know about my job at the moment. After we separate over a year, over 1.5 years, but I'm still anxious and everything. But now I'm breathe myself and healing, and I start to do modeling and also accounting. So I want you to tell me what is the near future is good for me. Is modeling, or by the time also the same time I'm doing studying accounting. So I don't know. Could you please tell me anything?
Okay. There is something about June, taking the next step in June. I feel like there's a level up in your career or the next step, but I feel like this is more the accounting side than the modeling work. I kind of feel like the modeling work might be slowing down a little bit for you. Are you modeling clothes? Is that what you do? Like, you model like clothing or hats?
I'm fashion and beauty modeling. Yeah, in the camera, something like that. But not model. Catwalk modeling. No.
No.
Only
So
just
you with
for
the modeling, like, are
yeah.
you wearing clothes? So are you like having pictures taken of you wearing clothes? Like, what I'm seeing is you're wearing like the like coats, like jeans, coats, the hats, like something you people would wear.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. I'm not really confident with the bikini and stuff like that. No, not me at the moment.
With the
Yeah.
what? With the what?
I'm the bikini model and something like that. I'm
Oh,
not
no. So
confident
this
with
is
my body.
this is more clothes. Like, this is more like you're rugged up. Like, and being in Tasmania, it does get cold down there. I know that. I haven't been there, but I know it does get cold down there. It's different from where I am in Sydney.
It's
But I'm
it's summer at the moment, yeah, and I'm thinking to because Tasmania is not much thing for fashion and beauty, so which is I gonna be traveling. I'm thinking to go to Sydney more or Melbourne more, which is a big city for the modeling.
Look, with the modeling, you'd have to. I do feel like that in Tasmania, you're not going to get the word of mouth and you're not going to get the exposure that you want. I feel like the step up in June was to do with the accounting work more than the modeling. As I said, the modeling, I feel like, is going to slow down where you are. You're going to have to pick. It's like, do you like the serenity in Tasmania? Because I feel like you're liking the serenity or the quietness. There's something about the beauty of Tasmania that you're liking. So you're going to have to.
I have to stay in Tasmania because of children. But I'm thinking I would love to move to Sydney or Melbourne because I was born in a big city and I miss living in a big city. So if I leave Tasmania, which is I will lose custody of the children. That's why I have to stay in here. But my heart and feeling, I don't like it.
But I also feel like it's something to do with the beauty of Tasmania as well, though. I feel like there's something about there's something about the scenery or the beauty of Tasmania that I keep on getting that you like there as well. But I feel like, look, I'm going to say within 5 years, it could be 5 months, or I'm going to say 5 years, but it could be 5 months, you got a choice to make whether or not you pursue it further and move to Sydney or Melbourne. I feel like more Sydney, or even Gold Coast, but I feel like more Sydney, to do like an agency to get a step up, or stay where you are. If you stay where you are, I do feel like your accounting side of things will take more of a priority and we'll be able to go further.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's your like safe place, or that's the income that's more, I just feel like the word safe, more safe. In terms of the modeling, it may change to you doing like maybe more like things like jewelry or just the more different things. But I feel like you're going to make a decision. I kind of feel like I'm going more towards the accounting than I am the modeling, because I just feel like it's not going to be there. But still, keep it up, keep the dream alive, whatever you're wanting to, what your dream is. That's what I always say. But I also feel like there is a new contract coming here with the modeling. So I feel like there could be a new advertising agency or new contract coming in with the modeling, and that could be it could be maybe towards September. This is an agency that is going to reach more people, or they have more clients, because I feel like where you are now, that's not. It's very it's small, and you need to get more what's the word, more exposure. And you are doing things your own way, but once you take a leap, once you start moving forward with things, it's like you can't go back. But I have a feeling that your accounting work is going to go faster and start picking up faster more than the modeling will.
Okay.
But you're going to be lured.
Yeah.
I do see you move to Sydney. I do see you moving to Sydney, but again, I get the 5, so it'd be 5 months or 5 years. I feel like your children would love to come to Sydney. I feel like that they would. Sydney's like an adventure for them. I feel like it would be. But once you make, I feel like that might be the move that you make. That once you make it, you can't go back. It's like you'll be in the spotlight as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything more that she needs to know about her work? I do feel like coming towards the end of the year, there is something about you're feeling uncomfortable where you are. So I don't know if there's a lot of changes going to come around you at the end of the year, but I just feel like towards the end of the year, I'm feeling really uncomfortable. I'm craving change, and I am craving more for my life.
Okay.
the priorities is also changing as well. So your children, are they quite young children? Are we looking at like children like young, like going to school but young?
6 and 4 and 15. My kids are.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like a 6-year-old, is he at that age or that height where the school bag's kind of like bigger than he is? You know, when little kids, they go to school with the big bags and the bags sometimes look bigger than them.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah. It's like I see him. I feel like he's a very smart little boy, and he wants the best for you. But I feel like with him, he's very bright, and I feel like there's going to come a time where he's going to want more. He may need to change schools, and a school that's going to give him and help him explore more opportunities around him too, with his education. All right. I hope I've helped. Any more questions?
If you don't mind asking if there is any love around or anything, because I'm really single and not dating anyone.
Okay. I feel like you'll have to move to Sydney. I kind of feel like where you are, there's limiting choice of where you are of people that's going to come around you. I do feel like where you're going to meet someone, but they're from Sydney. So it could be when you move to Sydney, or that they're from Sydney. I just see the Harbour Bridge, so I do feel like it's Sydney. But
okay.
I feel like once you make that jump and that move, things will change. But I feel like where you are now, it's very like small. That around you might be like a small town. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you for calling in today. I hope I've helped you. And
thank you very much for helping me too.
That's okay. Okay, guys. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. So if you want to contact me for a reading, you can. My website is Lady D Psychic Parties, the same as my Facebook page, Lady D Psychic Parties. I also have my YouTube, which is Lady D or Danielle Psychic, and my Instagram, TikTok, Lady DS Psychic. In a few weeks, I will be in Brisbane for the MBS, so I'll be coming live to you from at the MBS as well in a few weeks. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. So bye for now.